From wild animals to ones we keep at home, baby animals are almost always the cutest things. Today we take a look at some of the cutest animals in the world and how sweet they really are. Some might not make great pets, but that doesn't mean they aren't cute. Did you know mammals often find each other cute? Many of these would look at baby humans the same way that we do their young. We have a few on this list that you won't believe how cute they are, especially given how they grow up. Make sure you watch to the end to see what I mean. Make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe with post notifications for more amazing videos like this. Now, let's get into it. Tigers. Well, maybe you shouldn't keep a baby tiger as a pet. It's hard to deny how cute these striped babies are. Walking around like cuddly kittens, these short-legged tigers are sweet, soft little cuddly creatures. They've been bottle-fed and hand-reared, making it incredibly hard to see them as anything other than cute little babies. If only they could stay this size, this would be the world's cutest little striped house cat. Did you know that other mammals think other species' babies are cute too? So when they grow up, these baby tigers would probably think human babies are the most adorable thing. Chinchillas. With their cute little fingers and soft fur, chinchillas are extremely cute. These adorable little marsupials actually take dust baths. In the wild and in captivity, their fur doesn't handle water well, so they roll around in a fresh layer of dust. This little guy doesn't want to hold on to any of the sticks that he's handed, dramatically dropping them off the side of the counter. How adorable. Unlike some wild animals on today's list, chinchillas are super well adjusted to home care. While they do exist in the wild, they do really well in a home, being properly cared for just like any other small rodent pet, like ferrets or hamsters. Bats. Bats are definitely wild animals, but it's hard to resist anything with such big eyes. This baby bat happily takes the fruit he's offered. A baby bat is actually called a pup, much like a puppy. They're surprisingly friendly, especially females. And while they might be a little skittish, they'll surprise you with how cute they can really be. Bats get a bad rep due to the legends and associations with rabies or vampires. However, it couldn't be further from the truth. They're more like puppies of the sky, with fuzzy little faces and a love of sweet little fruit treats. While it's a rare occurrence, they even get cuddly with their favorite humans from time to time. Isn't that sweet? Kangaroos. Baby kangaroos, known as joeys, need special care. That's why they get a pouch and 24/7 mommy care, the way they do. This little guy hops right into his cute, soft surrogate pouch. They spend most of their time sleeping soundly since they're nocturnal animals, but the rest of the time they need to be played with and socialized with other kangaroos to ensure that they have a good nature into adulthood. Kangaroos live up to 20 years, and babies generally stay in the pouch for 6 months with their mother. Kangaroos are wild animals, but when they're raised by people, they have a gentle, sweet nature and behave much like dogs or cats in a similar situation. It's illegal to have a pet kangaroo or joey, but it also should be illegal to be this cute. Puppies. Have you ever seen a puppy this small? Something so tiny it's almost too cute to handle. It's roughly the size of a full-grown adult hand, with a tiny mouth and even tinier barks. If you look away for a moment, you might miss them. Teacups are generally the runts of the litter, usually the product of breeding two undersized dogs. There aren't many of these puppies, only because they're difficult to raise, and their mothers are usually so small she can only have a few at a time. They're so small that you can easily fit one of these puppies in your pocket, sometimes well into adulthood. Breeds like Maltese, Yorkies, and Chihuahuas are naturally small, but even they have their own teacup variations. Some of these are so cute, it's sad to know how bad of pets they'd really be. It's best to leave the wild animals wild, but sometimes that's easier said than done. Make sure you watch all the way through just to see how cute the ones we have coming are. Lion cubs. They might be the kings of the plains, but lion cubs are also some of the cutest babies. Playful and rowdy, they play with other cubs their age. They spend their time in long grass, reared by their mothers in isolation before being introduced to nursery groups where they can learn to stalk, jump, pounce, and play amongst each other. Next to their massive, hulking 500-pound fathers, they look tiny, who watch them as they lay in the sun. A fully grown lion can get as big as 10 feet long, with a 2 to 3 foot long tail, and weigh anywhere from 265 to 500 pounds. It takes roughly 3 to 8 years for a lion to be fully mature, which really gives the Lion King a much longer timeline than it seemed. As nice as it would be to play with a rowdy, frolicking kitten like this, you're probably better off far away from a sweet pride like this one, just for your own safety. Monkeys. Now, what about a monkey the size of your finger? These tiny squeaky marmosets look like toys. Have you ever played with a monkey in a barrel? These guys seem like a real-life version of that, with tiny grabber fingers and fluffy little faces. They have squeaky, chirpy little voices and will grab hold of just about anything. Unfortunately, they don't always stay this petite. Generally, they don't get much bigger than a few ounces or a few inches long. The common marmoset gets about 7 inches tall, while the pygmy is no longer than 6 inches and only as big as 3 to 9 ounces. Since they are wild animals, they don't make very good pets, but lucky rescuers get to handle these little finger monkeys every day, bonding with the tiny little creatures before letting them go into the wild or sanctuaries. They might not be together forever, but I'd kill to be with them just for even a short period of time. Geese. Did you know how spring is sprung? Baby ducks and geese are all over, looking very much ready for Easter. These baby geese are bright, peppy, and happy to be there. Baby geese called goslings take about a month to hatch, on average. They're covered in soft yellow features and hatch with their eyes wide open. They can immediately swim and grow into adults in just a few months. They may not be babies for a long time, but they certainly have a good time doing it. Generally, they remain together as a family unit for up to a year, despite learning everything they need to do as adults within the first 10 weeks. Did you know a group of geese actually has 2 names? They're called a gaggle on water, but if they're flying, the name changes to a skein. These rowdy babies are good to go as they hatch, chirping and squawking from day one. Crocodiles. Baby crocodiles are rowdy little dinosaurs, making chirping noises you might not expect.
Janice. Janice.
It's similar to a frog croak in some ways.
Wait, just let him hop and then...
This little guy is friendly, even if he seems a little rowdy, and he absolutely loves being a pet. It's not common to see a baby pet crocodile, but it does happen. It's only legal in a handful of states across America. These are not your beginner pet, no matter how cute and sweet they look. They're not even recommended for intermediate level reptile hobbyists, as it turns out. Although some keep them as pets, they can't be tamed, but that doesn't mean they're domesticated. In fact, even hand-reared crocodiles are unpredictable and belong to their natural habitat. On a rare occasion, some individual crocodiles have bonded strongly with humans, and the two of them will become playmates for years. And for something as cute and cuddly as this, it's hard not to understand why. Hippos. Hippos are the last thing you want as a pet, but looking at their babies, you'd be surprised to know just how dangerous they can really be. This baby is deceptively cute, don't you think? Despite what they're capable of, hippos can be quite friendly occasionally. If they don't feel threatened, they can coexist with others, especially large herbivores like elephants and water buffaloes, since none are competing for food sources or are interested in one another. They're considered the second largest animal on Earth and spend most of their day in rivers and lakes to escape the blistering African heat. Full-grown hippos can be as big as 2,900 to 4,000 pounds and get as tall as 5 feet at the shoulders. A full-grown hippo can actually take on a mighty lion, as it turns out. Ostriches. Don't bury your head in the sand for this next one. Baby ostriches are way cuter than anyone ever expected. With their parents' powerful legs and clawed toes, you should probably keep your distance if you see a baby ostrich. But if you get the chance to safely play with one, consider yourself lucky. Did you know that ostriches have the largest eye of any land animal? They're actually about 2 inches across, all the more to see their surroundings with. At that, they don't actually stuff their head in the sand. These flightless birds prefer to be very aware of their surroundings. The babies are usually laid and hatched in a communal nest, which can usually hold about 60 eggs at a time, and they're generally cared for by females and males alike. These chicks can be as big as chickens at birth, which is crazy, but given how big they get, it just makes sense now. Cows. Cows are one of the sweetest farm animals, alongside the intelligent pig, and generally tend to be extremely docile. Baby cows, on the other hand, are just downright cute. They weigh anywhere from 60 to 100 pounds at birth, and within an hour, they can stand, walk, and nurse. Did you know cows have a visual field of 330 degrees, nearly seeing a full circle around them? Their natural life expectancy is around 20 years. They actually don't need much sleep to sustain themselves, which is probably a benefit of their low-stress lifestyle more than anything else. Cows are generally intelligent, emotional, and affectionate creatures who form strong social bonds with their herd as much as humans do. They show their affection much like dogs do by following people around, licking them, and letting you pet them. Isn't that sweet? Giraffes. Baby giraffes are so adorable. They're playful, rowdy, and mischievous. Giraffes are each unique with their own pattern and spots that make them stand out from each other. Giraffes are the tallest mammal globally and can stand within a half hour of being born. They hang out in small groups as calves until about 5 months old. They're generally seen as mature at 4 years old and can weigh up to 3,000 pounds at full size. Did you know that there was a time when giraffes were little more than an urban legend? When people were traveling and discovering the world, they were called came leopards, thought to be a mix of camels with leopard prints. Obviously, they do exist, and they're really, really sweet and peaceful, as long as they don't feel threatened. They're happy to curiously peek at humans from afar. Since you made it this far, make sure you leave a like down below and watch out for one story on the list that can bring just about anyone to tears. Pythons. If you don't think snakes are cute, then you're wrong. Though pythons are commonly seen as less traditional pets, snakes tend to bond with their humans easily and can really quite be cute when they're little. Ball python babies are commonly known as hatchlings, and they're actually non-venomous, making them a popular exotic pet for the right owner. However, they don't stay small forever. They're some of the largest snakes in the entire world, though it widely depends on the kind of python you get. Some are as small as 23 inches and weigh 7 ounces, or 33 feet and 250 pounds. Unfortunately, some people don't realize how big they get, and they've been let loose in the Florida Everglades for some time now, becoming a commonly abandoned invasive species. With the right research and care, though, they can be a really rewarding pet to have, and a cute one to boot. Kinkajou. Have you ever heard of a kinkajou? If not, don't worry, they're not common. A kinkajou has large eyes, small ears, and short legs with little claws. They're often known as honey bears due to their tiny size and love to eat honey. They're often bred specifically for the exotic pet market, but aren't domesticated animals by far. Their behavior can range anywhere from affectionate and cuddly to a bit more difficult in adulthood. Surprisingly, these animals are brilliant and can figure out just about anything, causing mild chaos in their wake. I can see the appeal with babies this cute, but definitely from afar. Elephants. Did you know baby elephants, or calves as they're called, weigh about 250 pounds at birth? These massive babies might not be able to see very well, but they're very tactile and can recognize their mothers immediately by touch, scent, and sound from the beginning. They live close to their mothers for the first few months but are highly social animals. Sweet and emotionally intelligent, elephants are rather like humans. In fact, studies show that they find us just as cute as we do them. Baby elephants in captivity have been seen playing with toys like soccer and beach balls, as they enjoy batting the ball around with their oversized trunks. They also seem to enjoy running around in small groups, meaning they form close relationships just like we do. Isn't that cute? Horses. If you love horses, you probably love baby horses, or as they're called, foals. Foals are spunky, gangly, and mischievous, making them all the cuter. They love running around with their two long legs, and it reminds us that maybe we shouldn't take ourselves too seriously. Foals don't stay babies for very long. Unlike other animals, they're only babies until about a year. Males at that point are called colts, while the females are called fillies. This goes on for about 4 years when they're fully mature. Did you know horses can't breathe through their mouths? Only through their nose, because their mouths are separated, creating a separate airway, unlike any other creature. For the most part, foals are born in the dark. Biologically, horses have evolved to give birth between midnight and 6 a.m., when they're safest and can hide their newborns from predators at night. Pandas. There might not be many baby pandas, though conservation efforts are working hard to change that. In zoos, baby pandas love toys and they love playing with each other just as much as they love enrichment items, like piles of ice or sawdust, puzzles made of bamboo with food inside, and different smelling spices. Unlike their bear cousins, pandas don't hibernate. They eat an all-bamboo-based diet, which prevents them from storing enough fat to sleep through the winter. That's okay though, because pandas aren't afraid of the cold. They'll trudge through icy snow just to find food. Their survival rate in the wild is low at just 60%. They're adorable but need constant care and attention for almost 3 months at birth. For as long as 6 months, they can be relying on their mothers for large amounts of their diet and safety. This makes a unique challenge for pandas, and they tend to do a lot better when hand-reared in zoos. Hens. Did you know hens and chickens can communicate even before they're born? Baby chickens are cute little creatures that people love, often forgetting that they don't stay cute and fluffy forever. While they're that small, getting swept up in their cuteness is easy. Fun fact, chickens have excellent memories and can remember faces. In fact, some research suggests they're actually just as clever as human toddlers and can learn at rates similar to dogs. Baby chickens need constant care, but aren't as tricky as others on this list. It's better if you're already prepared for farm animals to care for chickens or baby chicks. Otherwise, maybe take a trip down to the local petting zoo to play with them instead. Rhinos. Baby rhinos are so uniquely cute, it's easy to see why people love them. They're about 88 to 140 pounds at birth and take about 3 years to mature. At one point in history, rhinos commonly thought to have been the inspiration for many unicorn legends, with the large horn on their face serving as a surprise for many early travelers. However, unlike unicorns, rhinos are very much real and endangered. There are less than 30,000 in the world, compared to the 20th century's 500,000. Human activity has been difficult for them to adapt to. As it turns out, their lack of habitat plays a considerable part. Rhinos are generally solitary animals and stay alone unless they have to. They're usually quite gentle but keep to themselves. They'll defend themselves if necessary, only if necessary. Baby otters? Do you know what they call baby otters? Pups. Isn't that cute? Little baby otters don't open their eyes until they're about a month old, similar to how kittens are born with closed eyes. They weigh only 2 ounces at birth and measure just a few inches long. Baby otters stay with their mom for about 6 months, learning survival skills. Did you know the babies have such dense fur that they can't dive underwater? Well, we have just one more, and rest assured this one is one of the cutest ones. The best for last, right? Do you think we missed out on any particular cuties? Did we skip your favorite baby animal? Let us know and maybe you'll see your choice in a future video. If you want more amazing, engaging, and sometimes downright wild content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for us. And while you're at it, make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Goats. Unquestionably, baby goats are some of the cutest little troublemakers. This is why they've made the top of today's list. As it turns out, they're called kids, which is a super cute name for something so small and sweet. Baby goats generally eat high-quality oats and grains, and it's important to ensure the little guy's diet is balanced. Did you know they have a 4-chambered stomach? Baby goats are like baby humans. They love being held, cuddled, and adored. They're gangly and take some time to get used to their legs, even though they take their first steps within moments of being born. They can jump up to 3 feet and stick close to the ones they love, meaning the rest of their herd, their mother, or humans that they really like. Goats make good pets if you're prepared for it. They're friendly and curious and make great companions and farm buddies. Isn't that sweet? Alright, that's it for today. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Forever Green, and hit that bell icon for more. See you at the next one.